Okay, this is how to get a haircut in your kitchen. First thing, take off your glasses off your head.
Wait, you gotta put this over there so I can see myself.
Jan is going to get a premier haircut. Now, we've never done this, but what we did was we bought a book and read exactly how to do it.
Yeah.
First thing you want to do is put some kind of tarp over his clothes so that he doesn't get too hairy. As you can see, he hasn't taken a shower in a couple days.
and I just woke up. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, off.
So we're going to take a little off the top, a little off the side.
Not too much, because I might be going bald eventually.
All right, so what are you doing right now?
We have to wet the hair first.
And what does that do?
That enables us to get the hair into the comb perfectly, so it's all even. You can get a more even haircut when you wet the hair.
So that makes it easier for
Unless
you
you were to flat iron the hair out completely straight. And sometimes Jan likes to do that too.
Yeah.
But not today.
That's when he's putting his makeup on? Over here we have the implements of destruction. A torturer's dream. Here we go. Back at the head.
I have to wipe my glasses.
Gotta wipe the glasses. How's it going so far?
It's going well. I'm feeling very confident in this.
I noticed that you haven't cleaned your ears in a while.
It's true.
There seems to be like enough wax in there to make a candle, Christmas candle.
I think it might be sand. I got run over by a kiteboard yesterday.
Pummeled in the ocean.
In fact, there's a bump on the back of my head from where the board hit me.
Really?
Ow. So you gotta be careful when you're cutting. You might don't want to cut the bump off.
It's not really like a bump. It's like a cut. What do you call that?
Okay, so what are we doing now?
Then we're parting the hair off into our sections so we can easily cover every section of the head. So we usually go from ear to ear, just behind the ear, about a ½ inch for the back part of the hair. And we start at the upper, on top of the occipital, which is not a foot bone. It would be the head bone that's right up here.
That sounds very technical.
The foot bone's connected to the head bone, though.
Right, and this we're going to go really short, pulling out our section, starting with our guide. This would be our guide. We are making our first guide. Then we take another small ½ inch section to that side. Following the guide, we cut exactly the same.
What are we doing?
Now we're coming around to this side. See, our guide has been cut, and we follow the same guide all the way around to the side of the head. See it, Tommy?
Oh, yeah.
See, you could do this.
I think I could. Do you want me to take over? One side will look great, one side will look like, oh my God, what happened? Did you get your head caught in a lawnmower?
Your first cut determines the length that you want. So we have determined that we want it about 1 inch long.
So the first cut is the deepest. So if you screw up on the first cut, you're pretty much committed for the rest of the hairdo. That's what you're saying.
Well, because we can always cover it up somehow.
I mean, but the length is committed on
Around there.
Oh, so yeah.
But then, in a lot of other haircuts, men's haircuts are much more simple because they are simple human beings, unlike women, who are much more involved. We have different lengths at different areas of the hair.
So you're saying women are much more complex?
Much more. You can basically do it with your eyes closed almost.
On most men?
I feel, yes, most men.
Yeah, men are pretty simple. Food, remote, sleep. Football good. Looking good. And we're back over to the Caesar area. Or should I say seizure?
I'm gonna have a seizure.
Any moment.
In my salad. My salad.
I'll have a seizure salad. Delicious. perfectly done. Look at that.
Down to the last hair.
The precision of a neurosurgeon. What type of hair would you say he has?
He has medium fine hair.
So there's definitely different types of hair and different types of people.
Definitely different types of hair.
I've always said there's like, people are like dogs. There's different, like species. Not species, what we call breeds.
Now we're again following our guide from the top of the occipital down to the nape of the neck.
The nape. That's awesome.
We're making another guide at the bottom part of the hair all the way down that we will follow as well.
He's pretty hairy, isn't he?
Move to the right and left yet again. Now,
Get over here.
This is almost like a diet. I'm losing like a pound here. That'll be the name of the video. How to lose a pound in less than an hour.
that's it. That's funny. And you'll have all these people on here.
A haircut. Not only a haircut. I'm going to use the bathroom when I'm done. No.
When we do Paige, we'll do one on coloring. Because she likes to get her hair colored, and then she never likes it. She's like, oh, that's not the shade I wanted. Yeah, it is. No, it isn't. Can I have highlights? Make it darker. No, make it lighter. No, make it darker. Make it lighter.
And then it dries and it's the right color.
She's like a thermostat. Never quite gets to the right temperature. Nice.
My left hand is completely numb.
Oh, is it really? Slow down.
I've just been doing that. It's been going back and forth where my whole hand is numb.
It's usually when you lift up your arm.
It's carpal tunnel.
Yes,
Oh, it could be carpal
It
tunnel.
comes and goes through the week.
That's why I stopped using my right one. I moved to the left.
And you know what? It's markedly slower, your left hand.
I'm bored again, left hand.
Looks good, honey. You are a master at your craft. You don't realize how much it takes a lot of work to do that. That's why you're in such good shape.
Well, and when you go to Supercuts, they take out the little shaver and they just do all this with a shaver. They're like,
This is professionally cut. Did you notice she's going through like a number of different, she's going over the same area, layering it. It looks perfect. Wow.
We take out the buzzer at the end.
See, oh, that's amazing. See how that little...
We'll buzz that off at the end. Now we go to the top.
That's the difference between supercuts and a professional haircut. This is the kind of stuff that Bill Clinton gets.
I thought that was something else.
You get a 400... Well, I'm not sure. His haircut and that cost the same. This is like professional. As you can see, it takes a long time to do it. I mean, it doesn't just happen. Supercuts, you're in there 10 minutes, you're out. So what would you say? Does he have a pretty good head of hair or not?
Yes, in places.
And is he losing any hair now? Because he's about 35 years old. He doesn't really have a lot of gray.
No.
He's got a good color.
He's got the typical thinning out.
In the back or the
Not
front?
too much, not too little. in the back.
So he should have a pretty good. Your dad's got a full head of hair, doesn't he?
No.
Oh, I didn't think so.
I'm gonna have to wear the yarmulke eventually.
That's why they have the yarmulke. Everybody wondered what that was for. It's to cover the bald spot.
Camouflage.
It's camouflage.
Somebody wants to go outside.
Want to take a break?
Okay.
Break. Let me get the dog. You're an idiot. I'm trying to videotape. Come on. Sure. You should have got that and that would have been funny. Right, ready? Go. My honey is a master at her craft. This will be a perfect guide for people that are in hair school on how to cut men's hair. To make them devastatingly handsome.
Yes.
Irresistible to women once this haircut is done.
It's a problem I have.
Get this haircut and you will have no trouble getting dates. The only trouble is you're already basically married.
Details.
Oh, details. Nice.
The thinner that hair is, the shorter and the blunter the hair looks, and it makes it look thicker, the better it looks.
Doing good, we're right on time.
My thumb completely asleep, tingling.
Killing you. She's going through a lot of pain for you to get this haircut, young man.
Oh no.
So I just want you to know that.
And I want to keep it a little bit longer in the front, so distance makes length. So instead of bringing it straight out from where the hair grows, we're going to bring it back a little, so we have some distance, and we're going to keep that front a little bit thicker and longer, not much. And we're blending it to what I just cut. Now we're going to come to the front and make sure that's cut as well.
Wow. Johnny Deppish. Esque.
Do you go
Would you
one
say
way
he
or
has a-
another over?
Do you go both ways?
It's a
Good.
problem, yeah. I just mess it up and then it
Whatever.
goes however it wants to.
Does he have a colic?
Does he have how many colic?
He's got a couple of them, doesn't he?
Yes.
So what's he? Explain what a colic is.
A colic is a place where the hair grows in an opposite or different direction than other hairs. And everyone has many of those around their head.
So people have to work with that, don't they?
Yes. Or
So
don't.
you can't
do,
fight
or
it. You
don't.
gotta.
Sometimes you can fight it. Sometimes it's not worth it.
I always say that genetics is destiny.
I'll be bald in less than a year.
All right, now what are we doing? What is
We're
this
gonna
thing?
blow the hair dry so you can get it dry, because we've used the buzzer after and even it all up and clean it up with the buzzer.
I just want to say no animals were injured in this video. Oh, here we go. Now we gotta check a couple of these
This
spots.
one started working and all this
Oh,
doesn't work well. Yeah, this one.
and now what are we doing?
Now we're buzzing and cleaning up and making sure everything I cut is even.
Is that hair in his ears hair that you cut, or is it just
And
growing
hair
there?
that I cut.
I have an overly hairy ear.
When you cross-check hair, you cut one direction diagonally or vertically. You want to cross-check it on the opposite direction. So when I pick hair up Vertically, it should all be the same length, and also when I pick it up horizontally, it should come out the same length, depending on the haircut. But when we're doing a straight, short, layered men's haircut, all this hair, when we pick it up, should be the same length, either direction. Around the neck, you usually ask the patron what kind of neckline they like. Some people like it rounded, some people like it squared off, some people like it natural where there's no line.
How would you like it?
Well, that's a good question. I don't look back there very often, so I always let whoever's doing it make it
you
up.
should.
The hairdresser then determines what's best.
I would say get rid of the sweater.
Because a lot of his head is a little ugly, we're going to kind of square it as best we can.
Yeah, get rid of that. I've got one word for you: electrolysis. That looks good.
That'll be the next video, the waxing video.
Yeah.
Let's juxtapose that to the other side.
The bikini wax.
Oh, yeah. Can we do that today? That would be a good video.
It's not working. Well,
We got to use the scissors.
I'll use my
Honey, I'm going to get you a brand new one of those.
No, I've had about 15. And you see how people's hairlines are different? This is called a W hairline, where he's missing hair in the middle on each side, because the hair grows in a W.
Should we make his
Big
back a W?
I actually designed it that way.
And I'm just cross-checking as I lift up all the hair. Making each line straight, vertically and horizontally. This is called razor over comb. Some people do scissor over comb. And I go step back and look, and we can make that a little shorter in his hairline.
Attention to detail. Very important in grooming.
And when you're doing this, it's important, if no one's ever done that, you always keep your comb moving. You never stop your comb, because then you'll have a stop mark of hair. You will have a divot, a cut in the hair.
Nobody likes a divot.
No divots.
Replace all divots.
Divots are for the pasture.
That's a golf term, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh.
Divot is cow shit.
Oh, is
For
it?
those of you who do not know that.
So the last thing you want on him is cow shit.
Or horse manure. I'm not sure which one.
Cow D.
Remember when they had that game, Throw the Divots?
Oh.
Before, I think it's horse racing.
Sometime before. Oh, that's what they use in polo. All right, everybody come out, replace the divots.
Yes. Crazy.
They're carrying their champagne glass and stepping on cow crap. Little did they know, or horse crap. See, also a haircut can involve learning things. Interesting little anecdotes and tidbits of information. It's kind of like Wikipedia here.
And we make sure to not have the light bulb effect at the top of the head. So we want to make sure, especially someone's head that's rounded, that that's pretty squared off at the very top region of the head. And going through and just checking for theirs, which it appears it all is
Looks pretty good to me.
fairly even. See how that's a little longer there when I lift it up? See, this and this is a little longer than this.
Mm-hmm. So a typical men's haircut takes how long? If it's professionally done and done properly.
Should be at least 20 minutes to a half hour.
So if you go to Supercuts and you get a haircut in 10 minutes, what's that tell you? You get what you pay for. Or any of those other chains.
Guarantee Supercuts does not do this. Sideburns hair like to hide. You have to really comb them back in here. Make sure they are straight and it is cut off. Behind the ear, you want to make sure that's all straight. Aligned. Looking at the hairline, it is completely straight. Now we're just checking the top part.
Looks amazing. What are those types of scissors? Those are
Change scissors to thinning shears just to give it a little more texture on the top. It's not a straight cut. And you wouldn't do this with someone with really, really fine hair. You do this in thicker places of hair. Now we're just going to cross-check the other way of the hair, pick up a couple little glitches.
and you change scissors, I noticed.
I change back to regular hair scissors. Of course, my nickel will be bleeding momentarily from hitting that with the other scissors.
They're so sharp, she just cut herself. That's how sharp they are. You could easily put somebody's eye out with those.
I ran out of time. I must not have erased the stuff on it.
That's it.
I'm at 14 minutes right now. And that's the first one, because I did do the other one.
Much better.
Wow. It's amazing. What a transformation. Now he actually looks like a human being. And there's his hair. Oh, and there's a wound. That's how sharp those scissors
The
are.
wounded hairdresser.
Hairdresser cuts off own finger. I just want to say one thing. No animals were injured in the filming of this movie.
Look, check out this pile.
Except for Lynette cut her knuckle. Oh, look. That's like a 70s patch. Feel like a new man?
Yeah. At least 1 pound lighter.